Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, in this video, we're talking about the statement of changes and the immigration policies around the dependent visa. Now, this is a major concern because those who have got family are a little bit worried about a couple of changes that has been made on the UK immigration policies that impact the ability of their dependents, their wives or husband, as the case may be, and the kids for being able to move on their new visa because they are not basically allowed to bring in a dependent. And this cut across the healthcare sector, the student visa, and also some of the skilled worker visa that happens to fall under the temporary immigration salary list. Now, all of these visa categories I just mentioned makes it difficult and almost impossible for you to bring in your dependents. And the question now is, what is the way forward? I've had conversation with people who recently got, healthcare related jobs, and they're a little bit worried about their dependent being able to switch on the visa with them. So this is I'm going to share with you in full details about the immigration policies around dependent visa applying for the first time, and also those who are already on a particular visa switching to another visa. How does that impact your dependent from being able to apply? So if this is like something that you find fascinating or interesting, do stick to the video to the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, hit on the red subscribe button. I share everything UK immigration, transition into tech, and personal finance. You might want to stick to this channel for a while. And for my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I get right into the video, I'd like to give a special shout out to the sponsor of this video, TechDrive. Now, TechDrive is currently running a work experience program for those who have got data analytics skills, data engineering skills, and looking at getting data related roles here in the UK. Then you definitely want to jump on the TechDrive work experience program. This is not a training. It's majorly for those who are already highly skilled, who have got data analytics skills and are struggling to land interviews, struggling to land job offers. They want to leverage on this work experience program. Now, what do you get from the work experience program? You get access to hundreds of live interview questions. You get access to mentorship. You get assigned to a mentor that is going to go through this whole journey of job application, go through the journey of interview prep, go through the journey of creating portfolio. I mean, you just get access to a mentor during the work experience program. You also get your CV properly worked on and get access to UK work experience, which is one of the major issues most people face. I mean, 90% of those who join the TechDrive community and struggle to get a job is because they have no UK experience. Now, by the time they go through the work experience program, get the UK experience on their CV, they start landing loads of jobs. I mean, if you check out the TechDrive Instagram page, you're going to see lots of testimonies, and this testimonies are coming from people with zero knowledge, zero experience of data, and they've been able to land themselves data analyst roles here in the United Kingdom. So if this is something you'd like to know more about the Tech Drive Work Experience program, all you need to do is to send an email to info@techdriveuk.com to get more details about the work experience program, or send a message to the WhatsApp number displayed on your screen right now. Trust me, the work experience program is going to bridge the gap between you being able to land a job and where you are right now. So if you want to learn more, just send an email or send a WhatsApp message, and someone will give you more details on the work experience program. So it's really a challenge, to be honest with you, being able to get that dependent visa sorted while you're currently on an health and care visa. And this is what we've seen over time. What we've seen is that most of those who apply for say for example the health and care visa, and who struggle to get themselves their dependent to move on the visa with them. The truth is that one of the trends we've seen is that most people who got their visa approved as a dependent on those who got a job on the health and care visa are those who have got kids. Now, I mean, I had conversation with lots of people in the last couple of months, and that has been the trend. Those who got rejected are those who applied without their kids. Now, this is and I was actually excited to see someone confirm that in one of my videos. Now, this person is saying that that couple with kids gets approved for healthcare visa. I just see that the Home Office is using a simple trick that if you don't have kids together, the marriage is a sham. But if you have kids, then it is genuine. I've seen at least 5 couples with kids that got approved, and couples without kids were rejected. And I think this is a trend, to be honest. Most of those I've also seen who got their health and care visa, dependent visa approved are those who have got kids. So if you just got a job as an healthcare assistant and you've got a husband, you've got a wife, you've got kids, please make an attempt to apply for the dependent visa. And there are many reasons for this. One of them is because of the cost implication of getting on a skilled worker visa, especially if you have a large family, a family of 5, family of 6. It's really, really expensive getting on the skilled worker visa. The health care visa is quite cost effective. You save a whole lot of money on IHS fee and visa application fee and all of that. So if you get a job as an healthcare assistant on the 613161 32 occupation code, please apply with your dependent. But when you're applying, please apply with your kids. As someone who, she got a job as an healthcare assistant, and then she applied. Obviously, she was approved. Then her husband applied alone without the kids. And what happened was that it was rejected. The application was rejected. Then, by the time we spoke to an immigration lawyer, what we then did was, instead of him applying alone again, we then apply for himself and the 2 children. Guess what? In less than a week, his visa was approved. The children's visas were also approved. So it tells you that, the Home Office want to be sure that, the marriage is not a planned one. It's not an arranged marriage. They've got commitments, which obviously having kids is one of the commitment of marriage. And if you apply with your kids, there's high possibilities. I mean, every single person I've spoken with that applied with their children got approved. And every single one that applied without their children got rejected. So yeah, the healthcare visa is still something you can leverage on if you've got kids. Apply, get the job, apply for COS, get approved. Let your dependent apply with your children at the same time. Don't apply individually, apply together as a family when you're applying for the dependent visas. I think that's really, really important to do. So if you're looking at getting into the healthcare, that's one thing you probably want to leverage on. Now, on the flip side, I've seen people who, ask questions around. So, say for example, I've got this family that the wife got a job on the she got a job first month in 2024. That's in January 2024, and then around April this year, she got another job. So what happened was when she got a job in January 2024, she got sponsored, obviously. Then her husband and the children moved on the visa with her when she got a job in January 2024. So by the time she got another job in May 2025, she got a new COS. Obviously, the new employer provided the new certificate of sponsorship, and then she applied and then moved on the new COS the employer gave to her. Now the question, I got asked was, oh, what happens to the dependent? Do you also need to move immediately with your partner that moved away from the visa they got on the dependent visa? Now the answer to this is simple. No, you don't have to. Your wife and your kids, or your husband and your kids, as the case may be, can still remain on the dependent visa from the first visa you got with your previous employer. They can remain on that visa until the current visa expires. So what happens now is because they got the job in January 2024 and the dependent visa started running from this January 2024, it means that by January 2027 the visa is going to expire. While the wife's visa because she has gotten a new employer, the wife's visa is only going to expire in January 2027. She got a new job in May 2025, means that our own visa is going to expire in May 2028. Now, what happens is by January 2027, when the dependent visas are going to expire, they can then reapply for renewal. However, the renewal will only be valid up until May 2028, when the wife's visa is going to expire. So you don't have to reapply for another visa immediately your partner move to a new skilled worker visa. You can remain on the one you are until the expiration date before switching your dependent visa. So I hope that makes sense. So it's a way to actually extend. Now, one thing you also need to put in mind is that if the husband visa is going to expire in January 2027 and the main applicant who just got a new job in May 2025, our visa is going to expire in May 2028. Now, what happens is if you have a child in the UK within those periods and you're probably planning to take the child outside the United Kingdom and you want to apply for a dependent visa for the child born in the UK. You don't have to if you're not taking the child outside the UK. But if you're taking the child outside the UK, it's really important to ensure that you apply for a dependent visa for that child. However, this is the only challenge with you not renewing the visa with your partner when they got a new job. If you apply for a dependent visa for that new child, the child's visa validity will be based on the husband's validity. So what happens is, so let's say 2026, you had a child and you apply for a dependent visa for that child. The Home Office will only approve that child's dependent visa up until the January 2027. Basically, the approval is based on the date that the date that one of the parents' visa is going to expire first. Whichever one is going to expire first, that's the date they're going to approve to. They're going to approve the child's visa for. If that does that make sense? So if the one visa is going to expire in May 2028, the other visa is expiring in January 2027. If you apply for a dependent visa for that newborn baby, the child's visa will also expire January 2027. That's the way it works. So please have that in mind. Because when they're doing that, they only approve the visa, especially if you have joint custody. Whichever of the parents' visa that expires first, that's when the child's visa is also going to be valid up until. So you need to put that in mind if you're looking at applying for the visa. So the best way is basically if you apply for the child, probably just apply for the entire family so that everyone's visa is going to expire at the same time the main applicant's visa would expire. I hope that makes sense because some people make a lot of mistakes, seek clarification on all of that. And I felt it's important for me to share it on this channel so that everybody knows about it, so you don't have to ask questions around that anymore. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, click on the like button. If you have any questions or have any thoughts, please state those thoughts in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do it to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.